say you'll catch me.
Hey, what's shaking, Leo? Happy May to you. Hope you're doing great. Welcome, new Terabyte Tribe. I did these a little different this month. Got to them a little late. Sorry about that. I've been dealing with quite a few things here on my end, with my personal life and my business. And so this was the soonest that I could get to these, and did 12 separate videos this time. So please make sure that you check your sun, your moon, and your rising. I have already shuffled everything just to save some time. Everything is dealt backs up here, and I actually did generate quite a few notes from Spirit while I was clearing the space here. I gotta say, just a lot of wonderful energy from showing up for all of you right now. I kept seeing these like sequences of happening where they were showing me somebody like going from like knight to king, and I saw it twice distinctly, one with water, one with fire, and they were telling me something about people who are, well, first of all, I heard somebody might be singing your praises. That could be you about somebody else or vice versa, but the way they were showing it to me had to do with this person. This actually was a fly-out message, fertility, major arcana that came through with the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. That's aka your Empress card. If you were looking at a more traditional deck like your Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, I'm hearing very clearly for somebody that person has something to do with, you're showing me protection, like somebody being guarded. They're talking to me about somebody's innocence being protected by this person. It could be a mother figure. I'm hearing in some cases, though, it's more of a love partner that is helping with, they're talking about unrequited love, but I'm hearing about it more to do with people's mothers, and I'm hearing it might have a lot to do with even just Mother's Day coming up this weekend. So they're saying in some cases it's a need to communicate. There's some throat chakra issues that were definitely clearly showing up with that. But I'm hearing in some cases that it has more to do with unrequited love situations, either with mother figures or people that have learned to be perfectionists because of how they were not given love by a maternal person. In some cases, they're saying the love is definitely coming back, and that it's just like a matter of just learning to let go of some control issues right now, because the love is actually being returned in a way that it never was before. And so they were showing me literally somebody going from like an unhappy night, or just feeling like somebody that worked really hard for things that were going nowhere. They were showing me somebody that was like upside down, like turning into a king. And so irrespective of whatever gender or identity you might have for yourself, they're showing me somebody literally going from the person that goes out and does all the grunt work, that has to be the one that does everything, and in some cases being frustrated, going to the one that is now in a very good position. And it was literally like watching the Wheel of Fortune turn, and a card flew out too. It was the Hierophant, which it's also the month of 5. So they were saying in some cases, it looked like it was upside down, sort of the way it flipped out. And I was hearing in some cases it's feeling like things were moving slowly in the month of May, and that things might be turning towards the end of the month. In other cases, they were saying that there might be an implication with Taurian people. You might have Taurus in your chart somewhere. But in some cases, it's about the things that are turning. And they were just saying it has to do with upgrades and spiritual partnerships for some people. And just to make sure that you're not like trying to be too much of a perfectionist about the way things are happening, because in some cases that's only to do with trauma and things that have been experienced in the past. In some cases, dealing with maternal situations. So hopefully that made sense for you. I'm going to flip the camera here just a little bit so you can take a look at the spirit board, and I'm going to go ahead and start flipping your cards here. All right, using the Carolyn Mays archetype deck, we've got visionary card showing up for your child style energy here. Leo, got light and shadow attributes. This is a good situational awareness clue. They're saying this is perhaps the greatest challenge of the month for you. Might be coming through other people or the way you're tempted to act or feel. In other cases, it's just purely situational awareness clues to give you a better lens on what's going on, so you have a read on situations. But they're saying this is all about your visionary powers for some of you and the ability to see past the limitations that you were experiencing before, because they're saying in some cases it's like you see the world just entirely differently, where you might have felt trapped in some cases before in lesser parts of your ego, and now you're just really in a very clear space. I'm going to read you what the card says here. Light attributes state capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others. Willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. And the shadow attributes state selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. In some cases, we're being told about the stories that people tell to themselves and others, and they keep showing me a maternal figure that's like speaking things into somebody else's world. And they're saying in some cases that it's about lies that somebody has had to learn that were being spoken onto them, and the illumination that's come from their own self-love. And the love that I'm being told is coming through whoever this person is that's sending this healing light around somebody's world. I'm being told that might be the same person. So really interesting, because that wasn't even really technically a part of your spread. It's just one of those pop-outs that happen, and they're saying it has to do with a new beginning for many people. So let's see what the cards say about your physical material realm. Got the Magician card showing up. Beautiful. We're hearing, in most cases, this is you all, and a balanced sense of your ego. We're hearing that's what all this yellow is. And that's actually literally what I was seeing coming to your aid and being sent to you from somebody. This is a major arcana here. And in some cases, I'm being told this is the divine counterpart to whoever this person is. They make a pretty awesome team and a couple, if you ask me. So in some cases, we're hearing about that. We're hearing about really powerful, I'm hearing spiritual relationships. They're talking to me about people's relationships and loving unions that are coming together. But even if it has nothing to do with that, they're saying, Leo, this is a time to really grasp onto all of the things that you've worked to achieve, because they're saying you have all the tools within your reach, and that this might be a really powerful time to really put things into action if you haven't yet, because they're saying you know what you're doing. So great indications here. Mental sector card, well, they're saying a wish is coming true here. Fulfillment of wishes. This 9 is AKA your 9 of Cups card. This is like wishes being granted, and this is somebody that is literally also ascended their energy. This is a very sage person that I think is very much a visionary, standing in the light of a balanced ego. And they're saying some of you all are perhaps teachers. I'm getting something about the gift of prophecy and spoken word in some situations. And for anybody who has been looking for love, they're saying it's either, passion being reignited in some relationships here. In other cases, it's all about spiritual partnerships that are coming together. And they're saying that, romantic feelings are definitely there for some of you. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Great tip for anybody who might not be experiencing anything to deal with the romantic front, but if you're looking for it, they're saying there's definitely some key opportunities here. You might have called in a wish list is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that this person might have actually taken their pen and written out a wish list of things that they wanted in a partner, and they might have literally called that in. is what I'm hearing here. So for some of you, you're going to know if that's the case, but they're saying if somebody shows up, and I'm hearing rather quickly in some cases with something to say, whether that's you or them having, taken some power into your own hands, they're saying somebody is real and trustworthy here. And so I'm hearing in a lot of cases, this might have to do with what looks like a really awesome romantic indication here, but they're saying for some of y'all, it's time to just take a leap. We're hearing it might be like everything that you called in. I can't help but notice that we've got a 1 and a 9 here too, even though these are different suits and decks. That's 10. That's completion. And I did actually see something about like wheels and destinies and fortune changing. And so in some cases, they're saying it's just really on. I'm hearing it's going to be a great month for a lot of you Leos, and that you definitely deserve everything good that's coming your way. So hopefully that's helpful. I'm going to seal this one up on the practical advice and the tip that person that you're asking about is real and trustworthy, and reminding you that they're saying the power is in your hand and that you have the power of vision right now. So really focus on that this month here, Leo. We're going to seal it up on the prayer for you about that person being trustworthy right now. To your Archangel Michael, thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I'm grateful for your protection and ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. Amen. All right, cool, Leo. It's looking great. Hey, hit me up if I can do a personal reading for you. tarotbytribe.com/book me. And thank you to everybody who supports my channel. I really appreciate your thumbs up and sharing my content. This has been my first year doing this YouTube channel, and it's been great to get to know you all, and I look forward to continuing on in the future. All right, have a great month of May.